Welcome, my friends. It is the John Weberg Show. Welcome back. I've been gone for a while. I've been busy a lot with softball, a lot with working out, had a lot of summer events going on, visited family, visiting friends, barbecues, all types of different stuff. But I am back and with a very, very important topic, and that is, why are we afraid, and getting right into it today, why are we afraid to ask for help? Because the other day I was at the street dance, and I got approached by two people I know. I'm not really friends with them, but they approached me, real low voices, not wanting anyone else to hear. They're some people younger than me. I won't say their names. Two young gentlemen younger than me that wanted help. They might wanted to be, seemed like they wanted to be coached or mentored in something, whether it's their finances or life, but they were intrigued by what I do. I'm a consultant / affiliate marketer / marketer. A lot of consulting now and digital marketing strategy and other stuff, as well as moving into life coaching, life development, and self-development and all that type of stuff. I work on a lot of things. And they were almost ashamed. It seemed like they were ashamed to ask what I knew or to ask about how they could start working on themselves. And they didn't want other people to hear. So I guess the question is, what, and I'm going to try to solve it, and I think I have a few reasons why. Why are we so afraid to ask for help? And why are we afraid to ask for help when others are involved? Because shouldn't you be trying to improve upon yourself? Shouldn't you be trying to better yourself, to take care of yourself, and also to take care of yourself so you can take care of other people? And again, some people are supportive of this, some people do, but I'm not sure which maybe generation it is, or maybe it's just some people don't exactly like people who are like all into self-development or who start their own businesses. Whatever the case may be, why are we afraid to ask for help? And why are some people sometimes don't like when we try to move away towards something of our own, to working on ourselves and working on what we want to do? I think there's a few reasons. One, I think we're afraid to ask for help, and maybe you're afraid to ask for help, or you're afraid to work on yourself. Some people are afraid to work on themselves. Is because, one, you're afraid of what other people will say. You're afraid of what other people's opinions are of you. You're afraid of what they'll think of you, what they'll tell you, what they'll demand from you. And as well, I think another reason is you doubt yourself. You doubt you can make the change that you want to make. You doubt you have the capability of making the change that you want to make. You doubt that other people will support you because you want their support. And there's a lot of different things that go into why we're afraid to ask for help. Why are we afraid to work on ourselves and all these different things? Maybe not even afraid to work on yourself or to work on ourselves, but maybe afraid of what our failure could be from it. There's a lot of different things that go into it. And I think there are three things, these are the three things I really want to talk about that I think will help anyone, no matter where you're at in your life, whether you're a male, female, whether you're 90, whether you're 2,000, whether you're 20. These three things that will help you change your entire life for the better if you just follow these three things. Again, there's a lot of other things. I'm not saying these are the only three things, but there are also a lot of other things that will help too. But today I just wrote down a quick three bullet list of three very important things that have impacted my life, that have impacted millions of other people's lives, and I think are critical for your self-development, that are critical for you to live a happy, prosperous, and enjoyable life, and to help the people around you do the exact same thing. Number one, which I already brushed upon, why people are afraid to ask for help, why they're afraid to work on themselves, why they're afraid to do a lot of different things, and to share those things with other people, is number one, stop caring about what other people think. Especially like the general public. Who cares what other people think? Because guess what? It doesn't affect you. You starting your own business has nothing to do with the people around you. It has nothing to do with what Joe Blow thinks you're going to succeed or not. Deciding to start going to the gym and start eating healthy. Some people will say that's a waste of time. Some people will say, well, why are you doing that? You're going to die anyways. All these different things that you're going to hear from people. All these different excuses that they give to themselves, their own opinions, all these different things that you're going to get from people around you, really, in all honesty, in my opinion, do not matter. It all depends what you should focus on and what you do every single day in your day-to-day tasks are what are the most important, not the most important, but the things that you do that are the best for you. Not the things that you like, not things that you want to do necessarily, but the things that are the best for you. And after doing the things that are the best for you, then do some of the things that you like or that you want to do that are also still good for you. And again, of course, we're going to take a lot more emotion, a lot more impact from people who we care about, who are close to us, when they voice their opinions about us. And sometimes you do need to listen to this. Sometimes you need to listen and hear, don't react, but listen and hear and go through the information you hear from other people. But don't immediately let it impact you. Don't let it immediately break you down or make you stop what you're doing. Think about it. Is their opinion or their thoughts or the information that they're giving you, is it something that is going to be good for you as a person, as a being? And I'm not saying something that you like or something that you want to happen, but something that's good for your advancement in some area of your life. That is what matters. And when you're doing this, when you're thinking about the things that you want to change in your life, whether it's your fitness, whether it's your finances, whether it's relationships, number one, like I already said, don't care what people say or think about you, because what they say or think doesn't have to impact your life. I know some people that have stopped themselves from going to the gym, or they have stopped themselves from starting a business, or they've stopped themselves from doing so many different things because they give a damn about what other people think of them, or will think of them watching them. Like, you're going to the gym. You think people are going to be looking at you, staring at you. Well, even if that is the case, which I've been in the gym, most of the time people don't care what you're doing. They focus on themselves at the gym. Is who gives a shit if Johnny Appletree thinks you're too big, or thinks you're too muscular, or thinks you're too skinny? Work on yourself, because their opinion, it doesn't have to affect you. And a lot of times, we let other people's opinions, this is what we do. A majority of the time, it seems to me, that we let the least important people's opinions affect the most important part of our lives. And we let the most important people's opinions affect the least amount of our lives. We let people who are in the general public or have nothing to do with us decide what we should or shouldn't do, but yet we don't listen sometimes to our own family, our own friends, and their important words of wisdom that they have to say. And again, sometimes it's great information. But along with, like what I was saying, stop caring what other people think about you. What they think has nothing to do with you. It doesn't impact you. It's their thoughts, their opinions. Is whatever you're working on, give 100% of your absolute best. So I don't care if it's you're doing the dishes. I don't care if it's you're going to the gym. I don't care if it's your business. Whatever the case may be, if you want to maximize your potential, you want to maximize the results you're seeing in your life, in every area of your life, there's no way that you cannot improve if you're always giving 100%. Because then, guess what? If you always give 100%, this has been one of my biggest philosophies that have dictated my life, is I always, the majority of the time, try to give 100% of the best of my ability, no matter the task I'm doing. Because this way, number one, if you ever have to do that task again, you're better at it because you gave your all, so you learn from it. But also, number two, you do your best at the activity. Why would you not want to do the absolute best at whatever you're doing? Now, some people will call you tryhards. They'll call you perfectionists. They'll call you whatever the case may be. But again, this is where, number one, don't care about what other people think, and just do what is the best for you. And what is also not just the best for you, but doing the best for you 100% of the time. Why not do that? Why not never cheat on your diet? Why not always go to the gym? Why not always take care of your responsibilities? Why not always, again, there are a lot of things that happen in life that prevent us from doing these things, or that can prevent you from doing and giving 100% of what you can. But there are a lot of things, like people's opinions, or like small excuses that we give that don't have to keep us from achieving the full potential of what we can. And that don't have to keep us from taking the actions to do so. So, number one, like I already said, stop caring about what other people think about you. Do what is best for you. Not necessarily what you want, not necessarily what you like, but do what is the best for you and for your family. 2, always give 100% of your best. And 3, thinking about I already kind of brushed upon this, always giving the 100% of your best, especially for your own personal life, is 3. This is a quote, or I guess a saying, that I heard probably within the past year that really struck me as very, very important. This alone would change, I think, everyone's life if they fully followed it. Because almost none of us do it. None of us do it, and I don't know why we don't. And maybe it's because of our programming through living life, or because of distractions, or because of excuses, whatever the case may be. But number 3, treat yourself like you're actually someone you care about. Because think about this. Think in your mind right now about the person you care about the most. Or maybe it's a pet, or maybe it's a daughter, maybe it's a son, maybe it's a family member, maybe it's your spouse. Think about 1 or 3 of the most important people in your life. What do you want for them? You probably already said in your mind, you want the best for them. You want them to be in great shape, right? You want them to be great financially, right? You want them to have lots of friends and to take care of themselves. And you want everything for them to be great for the people you care about, right? So why don't we do that and care that much about ourselves? Why don't we give 110 billion% of all of our efforts to ourselves? I'm not saying you take away from the people you care about, but why don't we also give the best to ourselves? Because as well, if you don't give the best to yourself, you don't work on yourself, that means that even though maybe you're taking care of other people, your ability to take care of other areas of your life and other people will degrade, because yourself, the thing that is doing the taking care of all these other things in life, isn't at its full potential. And if you want to give to others, you want to take care of your family, you want to take care of your friends, you want to move and make things happen in your life that you really desire, how can you do so if you are not at the maximum potential, if you are not trying to fulfill the maximum potential that you have? And how much more impact can you have if you are nearing or trying to go near that potential? So I really think it's important. I think a lot of us don't do it, especially with our health, especially with our businesses or whatever we're doing. I think with almost everything in life, we don't treat ourselves like someone we really care about. We treat ourselves almost like a friend or less than a friend. Because you want a lot for your friends too. We almost treat ourselves like a stranger. Are you going to the gym? Are you eating healthy? Are you doing any of these things that you know you should be doing, and that you know if you don't do them, they will have some terrible circumstance happen down the line? Why aren't you doing it? Why are you taking care of yourself like you're someone you care about? That's really the takeaway I really want you to think about. Is that alone, taking care of yourself like you're someone you really care about, would have us all taking care of each other better. It would have us taking care of our bodies better. It would have us taking care of our minds better. It would have everyone improving. And what's wrong with that? And again, we're afraid of what other people will say. We're afraid of what the public will say. We're afraid of sharing it with others. We're afraid of what others will say, because sometimes they're not supportive as we wish or as we'd like them to be. And that doesn't matter. You don't want to have to need someone to be supportive. You don't want to have to need to have others care about it. You have to want to need it for yourself. And again, it's not to be selfish. It's so you can become a better person, become a higher quality person, to do better quality things for others, or for the community, or in your job, or in your business, or for your animals, or for your kids, whatever your circumstances may be. And with that, with approaching the end of this podcast, there's a lot of mistakes that you're going to make. There's a lot of bad things that are going to happen in life, no matter what you do. That's one of the misconceptions I get a lot about myself. At least I think other people think about me. What I think other people think about me, which I do my best to follow my rule of not really caring what they think, but I use their critique wisely, and I think about what others say in an intelligent way to see if what they're saying is right or if it makes sense. Is that they think that I don't think there's all these other negative things in life, that they think that I don't believe there's all these other obstacles and all these other things that are going on. And I believe all of these things are going on. I believe there's death, there's pain, there's misery, there's depression, there's all these terrible events happening all around us all the time. But you have two choices. You can either live in that pain and continue living in that pain for the rest of your life or as long as you wish, or you can let go of that pain. You can let go of all of even though you're going through hardships, you continue doing your best. Even though in your immense pain, you still stick with your ethics. Even though you're struggling in some form or another, you still give your absolute best. You still treat yourself like you would care about someone else. There's a quote, I don't know if I can think of it right now, but something like, Kennedy said it or someone similar, about you can tell the quality of a character of a man by what he does, number one, by when no one's looking, number two, when he's going through a terrible time or terrible circumstance. That's not the exact quote, but you get what I'm saying. You can tell who someone is by them going through the hardest times and what they do. And you think about that for yourself. When you go through hard times, do you react out to others? Do you blame others? What do you do? That's where I believe it's your choice how you act. It's your choice how you react, because I've done it myself. I've controlled, and everyone can control how they react in life. And you can react however you wish, because you do it all the time. You choose to listen to this podcast. You choose not to listen to this podcast. Whatever the case may be, for whatever circumstance or area it is, you make that choice. So again, guys, I'll be doing more of these podcasts. I'm doing as much as I can, as many as I can. I need to do a lot more, at least twice a week or 3 times a week. I'm going to try doing that. I have merch coming out very, very soon. I'm working on merch. I'm working on consulting right now, as well as affiliate marketing, some digital marketing, different stuff. And I have a lot that's still going to happen. I'm working on a personal development program, or a course, I guess you could call it, and a whole bunch more. So I want to thank you for listening. I hope you have an absolutely incredible and amazing day. I will talk to you soon. I'll have more podcasts coming soon. I'll have a lot more great content, a lot more stuff you can interact with, and I'll get some guests on very soon. And other than that, I hope your life's doing great. I hope you take care of yourself like you care about someone else. I hope you give 100% of your best. And I hope you stop caring about what other people think. Or if you do care about what they think, use the information wisely and don't just react emotionally to it. This is the John Weberg Show, and I will be back again very soon.